Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Three Koi Fishes channel. Today we're diving into a really important and, frankly, quite concerning topic: the challenges facing young men and boys in today's world. I'm your host, Joy, and I'm thrilled to have two incredible moms with me today: Sophie, a seasoned parent, and Jocelyn, who's just embarked on the beautiful journey of motherhood with her newborn son, Leo.
Hi everyone, great to be here, and I look forward to our discussion.
Hi, Joy and Sophie. Excited to be part of this important conversation.
Jocelyn, as a new mom to a little boy, you're stepping into a world where there's been some really interesting research coming out of the UK. We're going to be discussing a report called Lost Boys, State of the Nation, recently published in March 2025 by the Center for Social Justice. Sophie and I have been taking a close look, and it raises some vital points that I think are relevant to parents everywhere. So, Sophie, based on your understanding, what are some of the key takeaways from this Lost Boys report?
Well, Joy, the report paints a pretty stark picture. It highlights how, across the board in the UK, boys and young men are increasingly lagging behind girls and women in crucial areas like education, employment, and even health. For instance, the number of young men not in education, employment, or training has jumped significantly since the pandemic, much more so than for young women. They're even seeing a reversal in the traditional pay gap for young workers.
Wow, that's surprising. I always hear about the gender pay gap affecting women.
Exactly. And it doesn't stop there. The report also points out that boys are struggling in education from a young age, are more likely to be excluded from school, and are disproportionately affected by crime, both as perpetrators and victims. There are also worrying trends in their health, including rising obesity, steroid use, and a tragically high suicide rate compared to young women.
And a really significant point is the issue of fatherlessness. The report emphasizes how many children are growing up without a father figure at home and the links that has to various negative outcomes.
And the report even touches on the impact of technology and online pornography on young boys, which is a whole other layer of challenges for today's parents.
This is all really eye opening. But these findings are specific to the UK, right? Do you think these kinds of challenges might apply to boys in other parts of the world, like here?
That's a fantastic question. While the specific statistics are UK based, the underlying societal shifts and challenges are likely to resonate in many developed nations and potentially even globally. Factors like changing economic landscapes, evolving gender roles, the impact of social media and online content, and the importance of positive role models are universal. So, while the numbers might differ, the core concerns about the well-being and development of young men are likely shared across borders.
I agree, Joy. We see similar discussions happening in other countries about boys' educational attainment and mental health. The digital age, in particular, has created challenges that aren't limited by geography.
So, Jocelyn, as you navigate raising young Leo, what can you and your partner do, based on this report and some of the suggestions we've gathered, to help ensure he grows into a healthy, well-adjusted young man? Let's go through some of those points.
I'm all ears. This is exactly what I need to be thinking about.
Our first suggestion was to be a present and engaged father, or ensure a positive male role model. Sophie, how important was this in raising your children?
Absolutely crucial. My husband was very involved, and I saw firsthand the positive impact it had on our son. It's about being there, not just physically, but emotionally. Being a guide, a listener, and a source of consistent support. If the father isn't in the picture, actively seeking out other positive male influences is so important.
That makes perfect sense. Leo's dad is incredibly excited to be involved.
Next up, prioritize education and literacy.
Start early. Read to Leo from day one. Make learning fun and engaging. Pay attention to how he's developing in school and don't hesitate to get extra support if he's struggling, especially with reading.
Number 3, foster open communication and emotional literacy. Jocelyn, this is key for breaking down those harmful stereotypes.
How do you even start that with a baby?
It begins with creating a safe and loving environment where he feels comfortable expressing any emotion, even as he gets older. Labeling feelings, talking about your own emotions in a healthy way, and teaching him that it's okay to be vulnerable are all part of it.
And challenge any language or attitudes that suggest boys shouldn't cry or show feelings. Strength isn't about suppressing emotions, but about understanding and managing them.
Point 4, promote healthy relationships and respect.
Model respectful behavior in your own relationship and with others. As Leo grows, talk to him about treating everyone with kindness and respect, regardless of gender. Educate him about consent and healthy boundaries.
Number 5, be mindful of technology and online content. Jocelyn, this is a big one for this generation.
It already feels overwhelming.
It can be, but start early with open conversations about online safety. Be aware of what he's watching and engaging with. As he gets older, educate him about the potential harms of pornography and violent content, and encourage healthy online habits.
Setting boundaries around screen time is also crucial. Encourage other activities and hobbies.
Suggestion 6, encourage positive masculine traits.
Help Leo understand that traits like courage, resilience, and competitiveness are valuable, but they need to be channeled positively through sports, hobbies, or standing up for what's right, for example.
Number 7, support healthy habits.
We're definitely focused on healthy eating, but what about exercise for a little one?
Even from a young age, encourage movement and play. As he grows, find activities he enjoys, whether it's sports, dancing, or just running around in the park, and be aware of body image issues as he gets older.
Point 8, seek support when needed. Jocelyn, don't hesitate to reach out if you have any concerns about Leo's mental well-being as he grows.
That's good to know. What kind of signs should I look out for?
Changes in mood, withdrawal from activities he used to enjoy, sleep or eating disturbances, these can be red flags. Don't hesitate to talk to your pediatrician or a mental health professional.
Number 9, engage in meaningful conversations.
As Leo gets older, talk to him about his values, his aspirations, and the kind of person he wants to be. Be a sounding board and offer guidance without being judgmental.
And finally, number 10, be patient and understanding.
I'm sure there will be challenges along the way.
Absolutely. Boys develop at their own pace, and they might express themselves differently than girls. Be patient, offer consistent love and support, and celebrate his unique strengths.
Raising children, especially in today's complex world, is a huge responsibility and can feel daunting. But by being informed, proactive, and nurturing, we can make a real difference in the lives of our sons. The Lost Boys report highlights some serious trends, but it also serves as a call to action for parents, educators, and society as a whole.
It's about shifting the narrative and ensuring that our boys feel valued, supported, and equipped to thrive. We need to nurture positive masculinity and challenge harmful stereotypes.
This has been so helpful. I feel like I have a better understanding of some of the challenges and some concrete steps I can take as Leo grows.
That's wonderful to hear, Jocelyn. And for all of you watching, what are your thoughts? What challenges have you faced or are you anticipating in raising young boys? Share your experiences and tips in the comments below. Let's create a supportive community. Sophie and Jocelyn, Thank you so much for sharing your insights and wisdom today. It's been a truly valuable conversation. And thank you all for tuning in. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more discussions on parenting and family life. Until then, take care and remember, you're doing a great job.